How is white toner DTF different from sublimation? Don't they kind of both do the same thing? Is one maybe better than the other? We're gonna answer these questions and more in this video as we put white toner DTF head to head with sublimation. First, let's talk about sublimation. What is sublimation? Sublimation is a process where you use a special ink to literally dye or imprint the surface of your garment. Now this ink is heat activated, so that's why you get a heat press. The heat from the press activates the ink, and then the pressure from that press forces that dye into the substrate, creating brilliant, permanent, and very, very soft, literally no feel, very, very soft transfers onto your substrate. Now, some of the pros of sublimation, like I said, the transfers are extremely soft, they're vibrant, they're permanent, and they're full color high resolution, which means yes, you could do photos, you could do gradients. Basically, if you could print it, you could sublimate. Now, there's also a huge variety of sublimation blanks available. You have coffee mugs, tumblers, coasters, photo panels. Geez Louise, you have pillowcases. I mean, there are so many, I can't even begin to name them all in this video. And another thing I love about sublimation is that there's no cutting or weeding. You print it, you press it, and you're done. Now, some of the cons to sublimation is mainly the material limitation. So you can only sublimate directly onto white or light colored products only. No dark colors, and definitely nothing black. Now, your garments do have to be poly rich. 100% polyester is gonna work best, and all of your other substrates must be specially coated to receive that special sublimation dye. So now there's white toner DTF. What exactly is that? This is a specialized system where you print directly onto a film, and then the white toner adds an extra layer of opacity and vibrancy, which allows your graphics, your transfers, to be put on any color, garment, or material. Now, when it comes to the pros for white toner DTF, like I said, you could put it on any color substrate. It's also compatible with most materials like cotton, cotton poly blends. You could put it on canvas, denim, leather. I mean, there are so many different materials, unlike sublimation, that you are able to customize with white toner transfers. Also, because the printer is toner based, that means you're not gonna have to worry about any clogged print heads, and the maintenance is close to zero. You can also customize non-textile substrates, meaning your hard surface products, like your coffee mugs or your wood panels, and they don't need to be specially coated for the process. That means you could head on over to Hobby Lobby or your local craft store, pick up those cool wooden signs and customize them. If you could heat press it, you can customize it with white toner DTF. Another big pro is that the cartridges are very high yield, meaning that your toner cost per print is significantly lower than virtually any other liquid ink based system. So now let's talk about the cons to white toner DTF printing. First off, there is gonna be a higher startup cost versus sublimation. Also, the two-step process that's required to customize your dark garments is a little bit more involved than what you're gonna find with customizing white t-shirts with sublimation. Also, your artwork is gonna need some prep and processing in your RIP software for the best hand and washability. All right, so let's do a head-to-head comparison of our entry-level kits for sublimation and white toner DTF. Sublimation being the Sawgrass SG500 with starter ink kit, and then for white toner DTF, it's gonna be the UNINET IColor 560. Now for sublimation, our entry-level price point is $574 for the printer. For white toner DTF, it's $3,995. Now for substrates, for sublimation, you're gonna get light polyester and coated hard substrates. For white toner DTF, you're gonna have access to multicolored cotton, polyester, leather, blends, etc., and uncoated substrates. Now, when it comes to the transfer, for sublimation, the ink actually infuses into the fabric, so it's the most permanent, softest transfer on the market, bar none. When it comes to white toner is pretty much like everything else, like your screen print and your HTV, where it sits on top of the fabric and is held in place by a very, very strong adhesive. Now let's compare maintenance. For sublimation, if you have a Sawgrass printer, like the SG500, you're gonna have daily self-maintenance as long as the printer stays powered on. Now, when it comes to white toner DTF, there's 0 daily or weekly maintenance, and it's actually close to 0 maintenance overall. With the white toner DTF printers, you can actually print, put it in your closet for a few months, bring it back out, and it's ready to go. As we all know, with sublimation printers, you can't exactly do that. Long-term storage is not really an option for sublimation. Now, can it print white? For sublimation, the answer is no. There's not a white ink option for any sublimation printers, whereas white toner DTF, yeah, it's in the name. Now, self-weeding, both sublimation and white toner DTF are gonna eliminate your need to cut and weed your transfers. So they both get a big thumbs up on that front. Now, it's not really an either-or situation with white toner and sublimation. It's really just a question of what's gonna work best for your business. In many cases, we actually find businesses that use both white toner and sublimation printing, which only amplifies their offerings even more. If you're a business that's running both white toner and sublimation, you could become a one-stop decorating powerhouse with expanded product range, meaning, yes, you could take your black cotton t-shirts, your white polyester t-shirts, your custom athletic socks, like you could have it all. You're also gonna get enhanced design options. Yes, certain things that are not gonna work for white toner, you could do them with sublimation, namely like gradient to transparent. A little bit difficult to do with honestly anything, but sublimation, that's a breeze. And then you're gonna have improved workflow efficiency. What the heck does that mean? That means that an order comes in, customer request comes in, hey, can you print this for me? And instead of having to check with your contractors and see if you can, do all the research, you're cutting that step out because you know, oh, bring this in, yes I can. So your workflow is just that much faster. You're not having to question, oh, can I? Can I? Yeah, you probably can. You're also gonna have a competitive advantage over other shops that may only have one. When you could offer more to your customers, they're gonna come to you for more of their jobs. And if you're nice and kind and you do good work, they're gonna send all their friends to you as well. And lastly, hey, look, this is not a charity. You're gonna have increased revenue potential. The more things you can offer, the more things you can sell, which means the more money back into your business. And honestly, hey, we're all small business owners here. That means a better life for you, for your family, for your team, whatever that might be. Now, if you still have more questions about sublimation or white toner DTF, let me tell you about some resources that are really gonna help you out. We have a brand new masterclass for sublimation that is now available at heatpressnation.com. There are 7 modules with 54 classes and over 8 hours of education. Now, this is gonna be a very detailed video instruction. You could pause it, you could skip, you could learn at your own pace. And instead of having to skewer the internet and go through all of YouTube, all the billions of videos, right? We've organized it and made it concise to give you the best possible start with your sublimation business. There's after-class assistance, there's free templates and a quick reference guide. It really is the best, gonna get you the best leg up, I should say, when you're starting your sublimation business. You can enroll today at heatpressnation.com/sublimation masterclass. You can also get it for free with select Sawgrass sublimation printer bundles. And for all my white toner DTF people, UNINET also includes their white toner masterclass with their current line of iColor printers, which offers a very similar suite of courses ready to help anyone launch their white toner DTF business, again, with the best possible start. For more information on our white toner DTF and sublimation products, please visit us at heatpressnation.com. You can also give us a call at 800-215-0894.